Well, I think we're doing pretty good.
Are you?
Yeah.
How many you sell a week?
Oh, I really don't know. I don't know. Maybe 25, 30 a week.
That's pretty good. That's really good. But you said you had 25 shops.
Or key accounts, yeah.
Key accounts, okay. If they each worked on, I don't know, 5 cars a day, would that be a fair number?
Oh, more than that.
More than that, okay. But let's use 5.
All right.
1 in 5 have a cabin air filter.
Okay.
That's 25 a day potential for you to be selling. The problem is you have some customers that are selling that service, and you have some customers that are just busy fixing broke cars.
Yeah.
We're going to give them an opportunity to sell that service to the consumer. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to give them a wall chart, and the wall chart, Bob, has all the different cabin air filters available from ATP, but more importantly, it has the installation instructions at the bottom for each of those specific applications. Also, inside of each one of our boxes is a blown up instruction sheet for that specific application. So if they haven't done that one, everything they need to know about changing that particular filter is right in the box.
Good.
Okay? Next thing we're going to do, remember I said they're working on broke cars all the time. We have what we call a service dealer alert. The service dealer alert has all the vehicles that have cabin air filters in them today. When that car comes in for a brake job, just as an example, if it has a cabin air filter, they can look at this sheet. It tells them what the ATP part number is, tells them what the list price is for the filter, and what the labor time is to replace it.
Okay.
Okay? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a poster in their waiting area. All these vehicles have cabin air filters in them. Make, model, year, and vehicle. Okay? We're going to have consumer handout brochures. It's time to have your filter changed while they're here. Have them check yours. In here is a display which has the ability to put an old filter in front of a new filter, and there's an incentive program for the consumer to have that service performed while they're there. ATP provides for a rebate program. Okay?
Okay.
We have you seen this? This is a box with all the little clips and screws that they lose or break in the process of changing cabin air filters.
Good idea.
Okay? So what we do in a lot of cases, Bob, we'll run a promotion with this and our marketing kit together and go out there and sell it as a package to your customer. Are you familiar with Cleaning Coat?
Yeah.
You are? Okay. All right. Are you stocking that in ATP?
No.
You're not. Okay. You have it in another line?
Yeah, I think we get it from the dealer.
From the dealer. Okay. We have a program. Just real briefly, are you familiar with that?
No.
Okay. The program is very simple. If the guy has a dirty socks and tennis shoes smell in a car, you can probably feel that, smell that right now as I mention it. It's caused by a buildup of mold and mildew on the evaporator coil. This product is introduced into the cavity where the evaporator is housed. He empties the entire contents of the can. It sucks it into the evaporator, kills the mold and mildew on contact, then he shuts the car off for 20 minutes and it dries and leaves a coating on the coils to keep it from coming back. It's a service that they can provide. It's a $20 can, but it's a $99 or $69 or $89 service, depending on that shop owner, that they can provide for their customer. If you're getting calls for it now and going to the dealer, you're only getting calls for it from maybe 1 or 2 guys that know what it is. We're going to make that available to those 25 guys that you call key customers.
Okay.
Okay? Zeotrap, are you familiar with that?
No.
Okay. Car that's heavily smoked in. Car that has an odor in it. This is a mineral that is mined out of volcanoes. It is a bag that you can throw under the seat of the car, and after 3 or 4 days, the odor is gone. It absorbs odors, it absorbs moisture. Okay, we sell that in a display pack, 6-pack. You have any truck stops out on the highway out here?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we have. You probably aren't even calling on those guys. I mean, we ought to go out and see those guys. Okay, Zeotrap is a great seller for us, and something that if you get it in a shop owner's place of business, he'll start using it. Okay, all right. Reseal. Are you familiar with that?
No.
Okay. That's our #1 selling part number at ATP. You know, when I walked in the store, I noticed that you had like 5 or 6 different brands of products out there that you're selling for $3.99 that stop leaks on engines, transmissions, power steering pump.
Yep.
Bob, here's what I'm going to recommend. This comes in a 12-pack display case. Put it out there, put $14.95 a bottle on it. Okay? All of those products that you have out there right now are a petroleum distillate. It does attack rubber, it does swell rubber, it does stop leaks. The problem is, if you leave it in that system, it continues to attack the rubber, and the problem will come back. AT205 is a plasticizer. It softens rubber, it goes to the seal, it swells it back to its original ID/OD shape, and after 5 hours in the system, it dissipates. We sell it in 5-gallon pails to municipalities. We sell it in spray form. For instance, on the undercarriage of a car, if you've got the A-frame bushings are making noise, you spray it on there, the noise goes away. Okay? It's a testimonial from a guy in Houston does a television show on AT205. Are you familiar with Cooler Flush Kit?
I think we have that in LubeGuard.
In LubeGuard. Okay. Do you sell a lot of that?
Don't know offhand.
Okay. All right. Do you know what it's used for?
Flushing out the radiator or the transmission cooler lines?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we're going to make sure that your customers are aware that you have that available.
Okay.
There's probably a certain amount of those 25 guys that you service on a regular basis that don't know you have it in LubeGuard.
Okay.
Okay? Assembly Lube, are you familiar with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We have that available. Limited slip, click, click in the rear end. You're familiar with that? Power steering, fluid protected?
No.
Okay. What kind of vehicle do you drive by?
Ford Explorer.
Ford Explorer. What year is it?
Oh, I think it's 98.
98. From 97 up, Fords have a tendency to whine when you turn the steering wheel. Does yours?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
especially in the morning.
All right. You put this in there, the noise goes away. Late model Honda, Nissan, Mitsubishi, GM, Chrysler fluids. This is a universal. Instead of carrying those different specific fluids, you can use this to replace those.
I see.
Okay? Solenoids, you selling some of those?
Yeah, I think we've got that in our standard line. We got a few.
Okay, all right. These are the modulators of the 90s. We're going to make your customers aware that you have those available. Simple handheld scanner, they can diagnose and replace these solenoids. We're ever expanding this category. We're going to continue to move into the electronic world. We're finding more and more shops are starting to replace them. In a lot of cases, they're going to the car dealer, Bob. We want to make sure they know that you have these available.
Okay.
Are you familiar with these inline filters?
No.
You're not? Okay. We have two part numbers. They are auxiliary filters. They can be used as an auxiliary filter or in some cases on transmissions that don't have a filter serviceable in a pan. It has a ceramic magnet. It has a 30 micron paper filter. It traps both types of particles before it contaminates the system. We have one for transmissions. We have one for power steering and rack and pinion applications.
Okay.
Okay? I think I saw one of these on the shelf back there. One of our seal kits.
Yeah, it looks familiar.
Okay, those are all little nuisance seals on the outside of the transmission.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to go out and make sure that the customers know you have those parts available, but for a minimal amount of investment, the guy will buy this. A dipstick tube seal is leaking. He'll change it because he's got it. If he doesn't have it, he may not look for it. He may not sell that service. Part number, application, refill quantity, and list price right there.